adverbial relative and free relative clauses. So like adverbial relative clauses, we have adverbial relative clauses. When we say adverbial, it means they give us information about time and place of the referent. The relative clauses below also contain a WH element. For example, this is the village where I slept my youth. So where I slept my youth, obviously it's referring to the village. The referent of the clause is village, but the clause refers to the place, which is a village. Did they tell you the reason why they all left? So why they all left refers to a reason. So relative clauses introduced by where, why, when, etc. are called adverbial relative clauses. In some clauses, the head noun seems to merge with the WH word or that in one element. Any person whoever knows him hates him. I shall give you anything, that, whatever you want. Relative clauses like these, which lack a real head noun, are called free relative clauses because you want, so it can be whatever. It is not a specific referent. Anything is not a specific referent. That or what is not a specific reference. So in structure, these clauses resemble full noun phrases consisting of an empty head noun and a post-modifying clause. For example, whatever noun phrase, it has zero relative pronoun, and we have sentence whatever you want, sentence bar, right? So whatever refers to anything or anyone. Non-restrictive clause consider the Pope, who was expected to visit Poland again this summer, decided to go to France instead. So who was expected? It's a non-restrictive clause. We have already talked about it because the referent Pope is established. This car, which I bought only 2 years ago, is already beginning to show signs of disrepair. So this has made a specific, the demonstrative adjective has made a specific reference to a certain car. So which I bought is a non-restrictive relative clause. The post-modifying clauses above do not restrict the reference of the head nouns. The clauses who was expected to visit Poland this summer is not meant to identify the Pope, since the reference is sufficiently clear. Under normal circumstances, there can be hardly any misunderstanding between speaker and hearer about the identity of the referent. The above relative clauses are said to be non-restrictive. They provide extra non-essential information and can be left out without changing or obscuring the reference of the head. In non-restrictive relative clauses, deletion of the relative pronoun is not possible. So we cannot say the Pope and zero relative clause was expected to visit, nor does the complementizer that normally occur here. So in non-restrictive clauses, that does not occur and it must be remembered. So the Pope that was expected to visit is not possible. The intonation of non-restrictive clauses is different from that used for restrictive clause because that is unstressed. In print, non-restrictive relative clauses are separated by 2 comma or marked off by commas, as I've already said. So these commas are very more important. So make sure that when you are writing relative clauses which are restrictive, you do not need a comma. And when you are writing non-restrictive relative clause, you must bring them into commas.